Hey everybody. I just wanted to leave a little message for you guys as we start into our extended spring break. If you had me in class right after we kind of heard the news, we spent some time talking about it and I don't know, just kind of thoughts and expectations and feels about this situation. And I just wanted to capture some of those conversations in a way for those of you that weren't there. Um, One of my big feelings is that, why we go to school and why we learn in general is so that we can, develop habits of learning and be lifelong learners. And I think that's just such an important part of, growing up and finding your way in the world. And so, I think it's easy to sort of look at this like, truly like extended spring break and it's sort of goof off time. But I do think that there's a lot of value in actually thinking of it as a little bit more of a dry run of what it's going to be like, as you move towards college and being young adults. I think that, getting a lot of freedom of your time and figuring out how to balance that between, improving yourself, teaching yourself new things, bettering yourself, and just the fun stuff that there is to do when you have a little bit more freedom is really important, and I think that's something to keep in mind as we go into this break. So, I really am just hoping that you'll take a time to reflect on that. In terms of computer science, our goal is to throw a few activities up on Canvas and give you some stuff to think and talk about. I'll be doing some streams on Twitch where we can get together and chat about things, maybe some of the stuff that you read or watched that I shared, or just about any questions or thoughts you have, related to computer science or otherwise. Because I really do think that there's going to be a lot of learning that happens away from school during this whole event. This is a pretty historical thing. It certainly hasn't happened in my lifetime, anything like this. And, good or bad, I think that there's a lot to learn about the world around us and how information spreads and how people respond in a crisis. And so, if you keep your eyes and ears open to these things, I think there's really a lot for you to learn, that's not just the traditional, hey, let's do these math problems and write these papers. So, so find ways to engage yourself and to learn and to make this time where you're growing and challenging yourself and holding yourself to a high expectation. So, so that's really just the message. And, I'm always going to be your teacher. I'm always going to be available for, if you want to email, talk, just reach out because it's important that I'm a point of contact for, your school life. And, it's good to have a multitude of adults in your life to interact with during situations like this. So enjoy your time off, be productive, and I'll see you when I see you. Cheers.